Aloha, Sylvan Bell coming tonight from Sacramento, California, May 31st, 2016, 4:25 in the afternoon. Perfect day to talk about sales. Now, I gotta tell you, one of my favorite places right now to get content to share with you is I go into forums and I look at common questions that people have and common complaints that they have. And I gotta tell you, there's a lot of salespeople that love to complain. So this guy gets on and type, complain. And here's what he complained about. He said, I approached this person and they got mad at the way that I approached them. So, what does that tell you? You need to have multiple approaches for different types of people. So if you only have one ability to sell or you only have one personality, you're going to have a tough time getting along with other people. So a salesperson is really like a chameleon, which means that they can adapt. If somebody wants to be aggressive with me, I can go back and I can match their energy and be aggressive with them. If somebody really wants to be laid back, I could be laid back. I spent a lot of time in Hawaii. I know all about laid back. I could be laid back. If somebody wants to be nervous, I could be that person to walk them through the nervousness. But here's the thing. When you meet with people, you need to figure out who you're meeting with, because what you have over here with this person may not work with this one, may not work with this one, may not work with this one. You got to know how to help people out. Now, one of the coolest things you could do is learn how to anchor. And anchoring, what that is a good way for you to mark up that person's mind and hold a spot for them and have them go, oh, okay, I kind of really like you. So rapport is really your friend. And if you don't have multiple ways of building rapport, you are missing out. So I'm going to give a plug to my friend Tom Vizzini and Kim McFarland, my friends, I should say friends, at persuasioncodes.com. They got a really cool course on anchoring. And like if there's anybody like, hey Scott, who would you choose to teach you anchoring? Tom and Kim. Well, who else? That's it, Tom and Kim. Talk to them. Check it out. They got a good process. They got a good product. They'll help you out. But a lot of times people leave money on the table because they think like, I'm going to be one person. I'm going to be one person only. Get think, do you only have one mood? Or do you have one mood? One mood? You only have one mood? No, you got a bunch. So like sometimes you just need to approach people a little bit differently. And one of the coolest things you could do is you could learn how to anchor. And by being able to anchor, you're able to elicit a state in a person and get them to the mood that you need. Does it take work? Yep. Can you learn how to do it? Yep. Who do you get it from? Tom and Kim. And you're like, but Scott, why do you plug these people so much? I'm like, I gotta tell you, I spent a ton of money on sales training. I spent a ton of money on sales training. I spent a ton of time in classes. And I'm all for like, if there's something that's gonna advance you or me, I'm gonna help you, not with a shortcut. I'm gonna give you the direction to get the information that you need, right? They're good people, they got good training. What more do you want from me? Do I get paid from it? No. But if I did, you know what I'd do? I'd go spend time in Hawaii or somewhere tropical where it's fun, never cold, okay? But if you only got one personality going into a process, one personality and one way to sell, you are leaving money on the table. But you can't get mad at your buyer. Now, here's the last part of this segment. You can't get mad at your buyer for not having enough capability and not having enough skill and talent to go through a sales process. That just doesn't make sense. Oh, I'm going to be mad because I couldn't get along with that person because I didn't know how to do it. You should be mad at yourself instead of going online and like, tick, this buyer just doesn't like salespeople. Well, maybe they didn't like the way that you approached them. And you know what? Sometimes that's tough to hear. But sometimes the toughest things to hear are the things that you need to hear, right? You need to hear that. Have multiple approaches. Have a backup plan. Learn different ways. If you really want to get good at sales, learn how to anchor, right? I've already given you the name, Tom and Kim. Check them out, Persuasion Codes. They got awesome stuff. I'm giving them mad props, mad skills, like Tom and Kim. Go check them out. They got really good stuff. They can help you out, okay? Have multiple approaches to deal with your buyer. It will really help you out. Instead of having one way, have like 5 or 10. Just know there's different types of personalities, and the way that you would interact with me is not the same way that you would interact with the next buyer, or the buyer after that, or the buyer after that, or you could if you got anchoring skills, okay? Cool? Now, if you could do a small favor for me, in the box down below, leave a comment, question, or story. That'd be fantastic. To the right, to the left, there's a subscribe button. You know what you gotta do. You gotta subscribe. And then you can send it out to all your friends via StumbleUpon, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Why not even LinkedIn? Sylvan Bell. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Aloha.